Hey everyone. Our discussion this week is on synchronous versus asynchronous meeting and face-to-face meetings and discussing the advantages and disadvantages of all of those mediums. The first one I'm going to talk about is synchronous meetings or synchronous communication. That's when everybody is all together at the same time. There are lots of different examples of that. For instance, anytime you're in a chat room, typically that's going to be synchronous communication. The Google Plus Hangout that we did recently in one of our this class is synchronous communication. The advantage of it is that it is very timely. The responses that you get are timely responses. Basically, it's an immediate response to any kind of question or anything like that, and it's a whole lot more interactive. If something comes up in the middle of conversation, it can be responded to immediately, and that's going to allow interaction. The problems with it is that not everybody uses it, for one, and it's not a flexible means of communication. If somebody's not available, then that takes that person out of the equation. You have to set up times, and time zones and things like that can make it a little difficult, as we found out. The next type of communication is asynchronous. That's when everyone is not present at the same time. The perfect example of that is email. The advantages of asynchronous communication is that it is flexible. It gives you time to do research and to think about things before you respond. And typically everybody has it. I mean, you hardly run into anybody who doesn't have an email account now. The problem with it is that it lacks immediacy. It takes time to get back and forth and back and forth. And then we have face-to-face communication, and that's when everyone is together, present at the same time, like the classroom. The advantage of that is that it's really easy to read emotion and body language, a whole lot easier than it is with some of the other communication methods. Now, with video conferencing, it's getting more and more easier and easier to read emotion and body language, because you can see more and more, but there's nothing that can replace face-to-face interaction as far as reading someone and what they're saying. The problem with it is that you have to be close. If you're separated by great distances, time zones, countries, etc., it's very hard to get into the same general area. Ideally, if you had a classroom, you would want it to be a blended classroom and use all three of them. Each of them have their advantages. They all have their disadvantages, but you can make up for a disadvantage of one by using another. So that's my thoughts on this. Looking forward to hearing from you. Bye.